Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So look, we getting back to the money aspect. I've been reading some comments on, I can't remember the name of the video, but the guy was saving his money up and then he put it in rubber bands and show how much it was. And so on the video, the people were arguing in the comments, including myself, about the best route to continue his growth. Now, I know some things. I'm not saying I'm a financial expert, because you got to put what you know into practice. Even if what you know is the truth, you got to put it into practice and make it become a reality. But one thing I know when it comes to money is what applies for the rich after they are already up there does not apply to the rest of us. You're not going to get up there trying to do what people who are already there are doing. And that's what we're going to talk about on this video. We're going to talk about like some point A, point B type stuff. Did it get you over the top? Now, y'all know, I remember when I told y'all about how I deal with the money in my wallet. Now, this is my philosophy, and I entitled this video Unconventional Wisdom to help low-income people and average Joes rise up. And what I want you to do is, after a while, if you apply what I say, I want you to come on here and tell me if what I was saying works or not. So one of my subscribers asked me, how did he get out of debt and invest and save at the same time? I said, don't focus so much on getting out of debt. Focus more on saving, you know, because, and I gave him an example. I like giving number example. Like, let's say you $20,000 in debt, and you know, debts go what, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, or 30-year mortgage, different thing. So you're $20,000 in debt, and you got enough money, you make enough money to save $1,000 per month, $1,000 per month. I say, okay, a person like this save $1,000 a month for 4 years, right? Don't worry about your debt. Don't worry about it. If you want to chip away at it a little, fine, but don't worry about that. Worry about saving, because look at it like this. Let's say you have a debt that's $20,000 that you're going to be paying on for 6 years. Instead of giving them that money, just keep it. Like, if you can save $1,000 a month for 4 years, that's $48,000. You owe 20. You pay the 20 and you still got 28 left. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, and another thing, this is unconventional wisdom. Stop talking to people who just gonna pull you back down. If you climbing, don't even discuss it, just do it. Because people will be, yeah, but you broke though. And yeah, but you gotta do this. Yeah, but you gotta do that. The thing about most of these people is they're not helping you. Like I was telling my sister, for instance, like people will say, don't get no car note. I hate when people just say stuff that don't apply to people's situations, man. She needs a car. She's been having car problems for years. Every time she get a mechanic, those dudes will fix her car for a little while and then they unreliable. But I told her, I said, don't even drive your car right now. She gonna be working with my other cousin. I said, okay, I'll take you for like 3 weeks. I said, but you gotta save, cause the job she got, they're gonna be working overtime and stuff. I said, if you save $700 3 times, that's $2,100. Said you can go right to CarMax. And CarMax, if y'all don't know about CarMax, let me tell you something. CarMax, they don't have no problem with giving you a car, because if you don't pay it, they just gonna come take it and put it right back on their lot. So it's a little easier to get a car through them. Now, I told her, you go in there with $1,500, you leave $400 on your car for insurance on your car. They gonna give you a car. with the amount that she making, they'll give her a car. That's what we was talking about. But what will most people try to tell her? They'll be telling her, man, don't pay no car note, but you ain't gonna take her to work. I know her situation. That's not good advice for her situation. And that's what y'all gotta realize about, like, when it come to all of us is different and our situations are different. So when people just throw stuff out there and like it applies to everybody, everybody's situation is different. Like, you can tell some people don't pay no car note because they got reliable people around them that they could use their cars or get rides. But what about the people who don't? And what about I'm going to tell you something. That extra money is going to come to you when you got reliable transportation. It's going to come to you, man. I'm telling you. And like most of these places, as long as you pay them before the month is out, all they're going to do is call. All they're going to do is call. So you don't there's another unconventional wisdom nugget. Don't let your desire to be impressive keep money out of your pocket. Now, we just talked about people's situations. So what do I mean? Let me clarify. You trying to have good credit, this, that, and the other, but you ain't saving no money. Which one, if I got to choose between the two, saving money or good credit, which one you think I'm going to choose? I'm going to choose saving money because I know from my experience that you can still get this stuff with bad credit if you got money. You're just going to pay a higher interest rate, so on and so forth. But if you got a bigger down payment with bad credit, you still might not pay as high of an interest rate. Normally, those interest rates be high when the person is not putting enough money down. It'll make it higher. It's going to be high if you got bad credit. But when you're not putting enough money down, that's going to make it even higher. So let's say you got your money banked up and you got bad credit. A couple things you could do. Remember, on your credit score, every collection item that you pay off, your credit score is going to go up. And you can look this up if you think I'm not telling the truth. Between 23 and 25 points. You need like about 580, 590 for FHA. Now watch this. They talk about credit, right? Okay. So if your credit score is 590, you getting 3.5 on an FHA loan. Now I know people say don't buy a house. There's not Trump in there now. So it's time to stack up and down the line buy these houses and get rid of these landlords who try to put you out over everything. I mean, you got to pay every month anyway. So what you do is this. Long term, you say, okay, I know I'm going to want a house one day. You be stacking up a little money for repairs the whole time. So if you say, okay, I'm going to buy a house next year, and you just save $100 per month for repairs, you already got $1,200. That'll buy you a water heater. If I'm not mistaken, unless they went up tremendously, if you needed a water heater. So I just believe in having that cash, but you got to be quiet because these dudes is bums and they're going to try to take it from you. You can't be telling nobody what you got. And I would say, don't wear your best. Another unconventional. Don't wear your best every time you're out here. Let these people think you a bum and you dirty and stuff. Sometimes you want to dress down. You don't want to always dress up. You don't want to always have your hair cut, this, that, and the other. Listen, man, when I tell you, I done worked in prison. I know how they think, man. You don't want them to think you up all the time. Because they'll be thinking you up and setting you up. So, I say, just like on the book, I agree with the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, where he said he was teaching them, put the money up for yourself first and just keep doing it, stay consistent, and watch what happens. And what was happening? They was getting rich. And people was looking like, how did he have so much? Because he, like, I think at first he was saying 10%. It's been like a couple years since I read it. Then he said 20%. Think about it. 20%. You make 600. That's 120. That's 480 a month. 4,800 in 10 months. You got 4,800 and most of in the Midwest, you not check to check. You can eat what you want. You can buy your outfit, stuff like that. You can get a car repair. You can get you a set of tires. If you got 4,800 in cash in the Midwest, in certain parts of the South, you ain't check to check. Especially like this is the check to check. Okay. So if you make $1,000 and you have $1,000, according to what they say, you not check to check. But some people look at it like this. You got to have 6 months. 6 months. So that means that if you're making $1,000 a week, 6 months is, let's see, that's 40, that's 4,000, that's 24,000. So with some, if you have 24,000 in cash, you not check to check if you make 1,000 a week. Because what happens? You lose your job, you still got $24,000. You could take any job to make sure you ain't running through your $24,000. And then just keep trying to work your way back up to making that 1,000 or more per week. You know, so me personally, I think the way to go is to produce something and to mass produce it. I don't think the way to go is if you can find something that you can mass produce, you'll make more from a successful book than you will from a career, most career jobs. So let's say you make $80,000 a year. And one person make 80,000, another person wrote a successful book. Who you think gonna have more money? Because even after taxes, they gonna have that 80. They gonna have more than that 80 left to themselves. Produce and mass produce. Find a way to get as many people to buy what you selling. That's gonna work better than even if you made $50 an hour. Because watch this. When you start selling that thing, them people that make $50 an hour, if they not haters, they going to be buying it too. You see what I'm saying? So, like, and divorce and stuff like this is a hindrance, man. I ain't even there yet, and it's already a hindrance because I have to watch how I do, or I end up having to pay somebody that's sucking and effing somebody else. Because it's going to happen. I mean, can't nobody tell me she's not going to touch some other guy. I know it's going to happen. But my thing is, okay, let them take care of you. This is why we tell you, man, get your money, man. Don't be focused on relationships, because relationships are set up for you to lose. You going to lose, man. I didn't get richer from being married. You gonna lose. Go out there and get yours first and play around with them in your spare time. But don't be, man, I gotta have a girl. No, you gotta have that cash. That's your girl. And don't let no chick that you just go with dictate to you in any way your finance. You tell her, I got 60,000 saved up, and she trying to think of a wedding that costs half of it. The devil is a liar. Take her right to the court. Well, nah, don't get no marriage license. Take her right to the pavilion in the park. $100 rental room, the conference room. But I know what to do now, man. I mean, I can, I'm just going to show y'all, like, let me show you something. we're going to do this every week and tell me if it's growing or not. Okay, so this is what I have in my wallet right now. And what I do is, and this ain't a lot, but it's growing. I try not to spend it. If I have to spend some of it, this is probably about $100. Now let's see how much it is next Tuesday. No, we'll do Friday. We'll do Friday. Let's see how much it is next Friday. Right now it's about 100. Trust me when I tell you, it's not all I got. It's what I got in my wallet. But I ain't gonna talk too much. But saving is how you get up there. I don't care if you doing Instacart and you make, let's say you averaging like $60 a day. You in a bad market. Man, if you save $12 and you working 6 days a week, over time, you're going to start seeing them hundreds growing. Whereas, let's say I showed y'all in my community tab, and I'm going to get going because I'm out here working still. I showed y'all in my community tab how Bitcoin and the stock market was down. So let's say you taking your 12 and just putting it in the stock market. What it's going to be today is going to be $10.25. It started out 12, now you're losing $10.25. Whereas you save 12, what is it? It's 12. You say, well, the economy, we ain't there yet. And when we get there, then we won't have to worry about it now, will we? We just adapt. You don't not do stuff for talking about World War III and what's going to happen. You do it because wars sometimes are just rumors. The Bible even say that, rumors of wars. So if you're not helping me save money, you're not going to know what money I save unless I tell you, unless I feel like telling you. I think it's detrimental to even talk to most of these people about money. Like nothing against her, but like I was talking, cause we got kids. I was talking to her about money. She don't be listening to me, cause what people do is they'll judge you based off your previous failures. But like, was that Coach Greg in the United States? What he was saying was, one day you could choose to be average. The next day you could choose not to be average, to be exceptional. And, well, he didn't use the word exceptional, but this is what he was saying. And we live in a country where you can rise up. Whereas other countries, they always trying to argue, man. The dude was saying, well, in Greece, it's not like that. I'm like, and what he was saying is, if you average in some of these countries, you're going to be average for your whole life, which is the truth. If you look at the GDP, gross domestic product, in a lot of these countries, the GDP will kind of have a large influence upon capitalism and the gaining of wealth in any country. So when you look at the gross domestic product of some of these countries, then you have to conclude that if you average, like what he was saying, it's going to be hard to rise above it because the prosperity is just not readily available in all these countries like it is here. Like here, you can make money, save money, and over time you're gonna get wealthy. You're gonna go from driving Corollas and average cars to now you got $600,000 in the bank or $600,000 in cash saved up. And you say, man, I'm finna go get me a car. Now the car that you can buy has changed, and the cars affect the status. Cars are status symbols. So if you go from having $6 to having $600,000, your status is gonna change. The cars you drive gonna change. The clothes you buy gonna change, unless you don't want them to change. But it's still your status change because you could buy them if you want, even if you choose not to. If you can buy it, that's your status. What you can buy, that's where you at. So if you're a person that, like I say, you can't apply what they doing up there to what we doing down here. We got to have a whole different set of rules and strategies. So this is why I say you want to go, you want to see the growth. You want to say, okay, I ain't got no money in my wallet. You want to find something you could do to get money in your wallet, right? That's step one. So if you ain't got no money in your wallet, okay, you ask yourself, what am I going to do to get some money in my wallet? And you start small. I'm going to keep a 5. You got the 5. You keep it in there. Now I'm going to keep a 10. You can start out with $1. Okay, I'm going to start out with two George Washington. Then I'm going to go 5. Okay, now you got 7. You see how it works? You say, okay, I'm keeping this in here. Keeping this in here. I'm going to buy what I buy, but I'm keeping this in here. I'm saving this. Or you could put it in the safe, cashbacks, wherever. Let's just say your wallet. You could start out in your wallet. Then you say, okay, now I'm finna put a 10. I'm going to leave a 10 in here. You buy something, you get change. You get a $10 bill back. You keep the 10. So now you at 17. Now guess what? You couldn't buy no food when you first started. Now you got 17. You could buy food. You say, okay, I want to buy, I need something that's going to fill me up that's cheap. Okay. Wendy's $5 biggie bag. Bam. You got nuggets. You got a sandwich. You got fries. You got a drink. You say, okay, you can either be frugal and you can eat half of it the first 12 hours, then you eat something before you go to sleep. I'm telling you. But you don't want to have to be cheap like that. I don't believe in just not purchasing and not eating, because it's going to put you in the wrong mindset. You want abundance. You want to be getting stuff, accomplishing stuff, eating. So now you at 17. You say, okay, now I got this 17. Now I'm finna keep a 20. You can keep it out your paycheck, out of money you make. You buy something that you had to buy. Okay, now you got the 20 in there. Okay. Now I got the 20. I'm at 37. Now it's just going to be harder. But I got to keep a 50 in here. You go to the bank, you get your check. You tell them, they say, how would you like it back? Tell them you want a 50. Or you tell them you get multiple 50s and you keep one of them. Okay, now you at 85. Or wait, I'm counting wrong. 87. You say, now this the rough one. This the rough one. If it take you longer, keep that money you got in there. However long it take, throw that 100 C note in there, that blue face. Throw it in there. Now you got 187. Then you could start over. Okay, I'm back to dollar bills. This time I'm gonna keep 3. You gotta have like strategies that seem goofy, but they work. And then once you fill your wallet up with money where you can't close it or your money practically falling out, you take it out, you put it somewhere else, and you start over. Remember, you see how I do it on the video? Man, I cannot remember the name of the video. He had a big water jug. He said, all right, I'm going to start over with this spare. He threw all his spare dollars and spare change at the bottom, started over. That dude going to have cash. He keep doing that. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all little investments, he going to be open. He going to be past y'all. He said he was saving $1,000 per month. Imagine if he keep doing that. 5 years, he got 60 G's. Saving is the way to do it, but a lot of us, we gotta start low. Some people, you might have to go super low. But as long as you do it, like let's say you're doing DoorDash or something. You say, all right, man, I'm gonna start out with $1 per day. I work 6 days a week. I'm saving this $1 per day. And if you don't do it every day, by that 6th day, you got to put up $6. It's 52 weeks in a year. It don't sound like much, but how many of y'all don't have 300? If you just had 300, your kids is half eating. They wouldn't be half eating if you had 300. So 52 weeks in a year, $6, that's $312. Don't sound like much, do it. Keep doing it or increase it. The next year, even if you didn't increase it, now you got $624. You could buy all these people like they got money. You could buy the same thing they buy. I could go buy a Nike jogging, a Jordan jogging suit and some Jordans, and I still had 200 left. That's what drug dealers buying. That's what these people with money buy. I could buy the same thing that they buy if I learn how to save my money. Some people, that's the difference between the haves and the have-nots. People ain't saving no money, man. And I know what I'm talking about because I speak from experience. The times I saved money, I had more, I could do more. The times I didn't, I had less and could do less. And budgeting is important too. When it comes to maintaining what you have, you be like, okay, well, my rent is $1,200. That means I got to keep $300 every week for my rent. You can't spend your rent money. I've done it, man. I've been in trouble. I've been evicted before. I've been evicted once. That was years ago, 2016. I've faced eviction more than once. So I know what I'm talking about, man. Y'all think because people fail, they don't know? That's dumb. People know from their failures. If you learn from your failures, if you see what caused you to fail, you can help other people avoid those failures. Where you listen to these grifters, they want you to believe, oh, you can't listen to them. You go by who got it. Look, man, if you a millionaire, what works for you right now ain't gonna work for somebody that ain't even got $10. I know you want them to believe that. These preachers too. Never give what you don't want to give. I gotta go, man. But I got so much I need to talk about with this, man. Don't let them coerce you into giving. And if they have a problem with it, stop going to their church. You could come on here and get way more than you getting from these fruity pebbles, fraudulent dudes in these churches, in these pulpits. I guarantee you I'm going to give you more word than them. The majority of them, 99% of them. Probably 99.5, 6. They ain't messing with me with the word. I be practically giving y'all the word and stuff that don't have nothing to do with the Bible. I still be giving you the word. So if you going by outward appearance, then you probably ain't gonna want to listen to me. You probably ain't gonna want to listen to me. But if you going by, okay, let's see if he's right. If you one of them, you're going to get somewhere. Let's see if I'm right about this saving. Let's see if I'm right. Invest and save. As a matter of fact, if y'all think I'm wrong, do this. For 6 months, everything you save, invest the same. And in 6 months, I want you to tell me, did you get more? Do you still have more from saving? Or did your investments grow to an amount that's more than what you saved? please do. So if you save 200, I want you to invest 200. And in 6 months, I want to know which one is more. You say, oh, in some cases, the investments might lean more. Okay, let's do it again. 6 more months. Eventually, that money that you save is going to trump that money you invest. You have to just learn how to get multiple income streams and get more coming in so you can have more to save. Instead of it's almost like Dorothy the Tin Man and the Lion. Y'all following the yellow brick road, y'all doing all this stuff only to find out it's a little big nosed man with a big head and a receding hairline just pulling the stops because you making him stay relevant. Yeah, okay. But prove me wrong. But listen, I gotta go. I'm gonna try to stay out here like till 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. I'm telling you. Yes, my investments are holding firm, but they be going down more than they go up. My Bitcoin is holding firm, but it's going down more than it's going up. And my savings, I do the Cash App savings. It's at 1.5%. It grew a little. But imagine, okay, 1.5%. That's like out of every 100, that's $1. You can't do that yourself? Come on, man. Come on, man. Saving is the most important. How you think them NFL, them NBA players be going broke? Because they be spending more than they save. Then they be going in debt. They got to pay those interest rates. And then if you don't keep track of your debts, then your debts will surpass your income over time. Because if you got a high income, people are going to keep giving you stuff. Sometimes you want to buy the stuff, but you don't want it to surpass your income. You want to be able to manage it. You want to be able to pay your debts, drive a nice car. You know, you get your money up where you say, you know what? I want another car, but I don't want 2 car notes. So I'm going to pay this car off and I'm going to get another car. Now you got an asset because you done paid your car off. It's an asset. Who knows how much it's going to be worth, but it's still an asset. See what I'm talking about? But when you're dealing with these bills, we got a person right here in this Milwaukee area that they making a living off going after people that owe debt. Them type, you want to avoid them. So if you make a debt, you want to be able to pay it. Like you got to, sometimes y'all might have to leave your job or get a second. You know, but you want to discuss it with me. Don't discuss it with them family members and them so-called friends that's going to put you down, that's going to act like you ain't going to never have success. You want to talk about it? Come on YouTube and talk about it with me. Don't talk about it with people that's going to impede your progress because they don't believe in you or what you're doing. I'm done talking to people like that. It ain't nothing to talk about. If you're not helping me get there, I'm telling you from this point, I'm done talking. And I'm not letting nothing, including as much as I love my kids, I'm not even letting them stop me from getting what I want to get. I'm on a mission. Money is a good thing, man. It's not a bad thing. People just make it bad because they do evil things to get it. Saving is a righteous thing. It's in the Bible. Consider the ways of the ant, you sluggard. But anyway, listen to what I'm telling you to do. And all them other people that are telling you what you can't do, do them like this.